listen to your show every single day.
Breakfast Club?
God damn it, the Breakfast Club. Put that ass up on the Breakfast Club.
Made it! You can't say Breakfast Club without the Breakfast Club.
You're like this rare air.
You got platforms and partners all over the place because your demand is so high. People want to be in business with the Breakfast Club. I don't think white people know how popular you guys are.
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, you guys really are like the hip-hop early morning, late night talk show.
Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
Yay! It's Thursday.
Yes, it is. Candle is lit.
Yes.
Everything is good. What's happening? How y'all feel out there?
How y'all feeling?
Good. You keep lighting the candle. It don't smell like nothing.
I think that fragrance might be gone. I was about to light the other one.
I smell this one though. This one smells really good.
Yeah, you can smell this one.
Yeah.
I got almond butter pound cake over here. I think that's vanilla something.
Yeah, I don't know. It smells good, but almond butter pound cake sounds good. It just don't smell like anything.
I know, right? The title is very deceiving. You see that, you want to taste it, you want to smell it, but then when you light it up, it don't really smell like the almond butter or the pound cake. How was y'all night last night? Y'all did anything?
Yes.
I actually went to Del Frisco's because somebody didn't want to take me to dinner. So, yeah. And that somebody was not Chris, y'all, so shut up. But, yeah, I went to Del Frisco's. Chris actually popped up on me.
Hey.
And I thought that was cool. My best friend popped up on me, too, Sheena. That's my best friend from Baltimore, y'all. Y'all already know her. She didn't get to see me for my birthday because she was in Houston, hoeing. So,
hoeing, damn it.
Yeah, it's all right. But she popped up on me yesterday at work, and I didn't know she was standing next to me. She was right in front of the office, and Symantha was throwing me off, and I turned over, and I was like, oh my God. She always do this every year. I never know when she's going to pop up. But she didn't. She asked for you, but I told her you was out sick.
No, that's right.
What if she had beef with you and you ain't know she was standing right by you?
Oh, she would have got me. She would have got me like they got you years ago.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But that's messed up. Y'all wouldn't even have protected me. Y'all let her up and everything.
Well.
Yeah, that's kind of right. It was y'all that would have set Jess up.
Well, we know Sheena though.
But you don't know if they had beef or not.
Nothing.
That is true.
What you do last night for
nothing.
Valentine's Day?
You do nothing?
No, man. It's always hard when you married, right? Because we do things all the time. So when there's a day where there's an expectation, you're not really thinking about it. You know what I mean? I got a dozen roses for each. You know, one of my ladies, my wife, and my 4 daughters. But you know, other than that, it was like no.
So I was just at the house.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't.
I was actually working until about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we don't go out for Valentine's usually because when you go out Valentine's, the restaurants are. The food is not as good because they're doing it so fast. The service is never good because they're trying to get as many people as possible. So we usually just chill at the crib with the fam.
And that's what happened last night because we was gonna go to dinner. I was gonna take my Jesses to dinner, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the reservations is like 9:30. Like I'm like.
I'm tired.
1978.
I start yawning about 9:30.
I get up 4 in the morning. I'm sorry, yo.
When I was guest hosting, all that was nice and cool, but I'm like, I gotta be in the bed 9.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta be in the bed at 7.
That's what I'm saying. We go out tonight though.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, Vince Staples will be joining us this morning.
Yay.
Yes, Vince Staples has a new show on Netflix called The Vince Staples Show. It premieres today, actually. It's either on now or it comes on at midnight. I don't know if it's Thursday meaning 12 a.m. or Thursday meaning 12 or Friday meaning 12 a.m.
That's right.
Yes, but the Vince Staples Show on Netflix. So Vince Staples will be here to talk about that today.
Yes, and I just want to tell everybody, be careful out there. So Saturday, I was telling you about my daughter's dance competition, and my parents always come when my daughter's a dancer or my son is playing basketball, and me and my mother got sick. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was COVID. That's the first thing we think, right? We forget about the cold or anything else. We just think it's COVID. I took a COVID test, no COVID. I'm like, maybe I just got a little sick. But when we got tested, we had the flu.
And you sitting right here in my face?
Just sitting here.
That was Saturday.
Just
but
sitting here
I'm gone.
breathing
It's
with
gone.
us.
I went yesterday. So
You
it's
didn't
good
even know
now.
you had it. How you know it's gone?
Right. I went yesterday. I just told you. I went to the doctor yesterday.
So how come when we came in here and just tried to give you a dab, you was like, nah, don't dab me up. I got a little cold.
Because I want to make sure I'm good because she's pregnant.
Well, stay home.
And then you was just in Atlanta around Chris Brown, Missy Elliott, Genuine, all them.
Exactly.
But
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know. I didn't know at that time.
Oh, okay.
He's out here spreading the flu. That's disgusting, bro. You should
I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, stay home.
But is your mother okay?
My mother is fine. Thank you for asking,
No
Jess. My mom is
Oh, we gonna be okay.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you.
Be okay.
That's what he cares about himself. Is your mother fine? Yes, thank God. But what about me? What about me? What about me?
Jess pregnant? I gotta go home to babies? Yes.
Oh.
All right.
Start the show, man.
All right. Look at him, so mad and upset.
All the time.
Grumpy man. All right, when we come back, we got front page news. Tesla Figaro will be joining us, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Whips and Chains by a white rapper named Jack Harlow.
It's not the name of the song. It's Loving on Me.
Good guy, though.
We're just going to name it Whips and Chains for the rest of Black History Month.
It's called Whipping on Me.
No, it's Loving on Me, man.
That's what the record is
Morning,
called.
everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. DJ, MV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ MV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Peace,
Hey, girl.
Now, some quick sports. It seems like the Warriors tried to make a bid for LeBron James. They wanted to trade for LeBron to go to the Warriors. They're not saying who else would be involved in the trade, but LeBron turned it down.
I don't believe that for some reason. The reason I don't believe
No, they
that...
said it really happened. What you mean? They said they called and everything.
The reason I don't believe that is because they didn't give any details. What were they going to trade for LeBron James? Like this, and this came from I think it was Ramona Shelbourne.
They said
she heard it from
Draymond.
somewhere.
They said Draymond even texted Rich Paul and said, "Hey,
I just don't believe.
You don't believe it?
Yeah. I believe that text might have happened, but I don't believe it was ever serious between the organizations.
all right. Well, let's jump right into the news. Let's talk about the deadly shooting in Kansas City."
Yeah, this was so unfortunate. 3 days after winning the Super Bowl in a thrilling overtime victory, players with the Kansas City Chiefs reacted with sadness and thoughts for the victims after a shooting near the victory celebration, which left 22 shot, including one person who died. Take a listen to NBC for the report.
Tonight, what was meant to be a day of celebration for Kansas City
shots fired on the west side.
instead became a day of fear and panic.
We just heard a bunch of, pop, pop, and people started running and scattering.
This video, obtained by TMZ Sports, shows the moment shots rang out.
The girl next to me, where my daughter was standing with her husband, was shot in the mouth. Our children witnessed it. She was on the ground, bleeding from her mouth, all over her shoulder.
Police say at least one person was killed and at least 22 shot after a shooting at a parade celebrating the Chiefs' second straight Super Bowl win.
Immediately, officers responded to the area, took 2 people into custody, and also immediately rendered life-sustaining aid to those victims.
Story of our lives in America. Remember, growing up, they would always say, as American as apple pie. Now, in this era, they should say, as American as mass shootings. Because there is nothing more American than mass shootings. Like, anytime there's a large crowd, I don't want to be there if there's no metal detectors.
That's crazy because like going to parades was the thing when I was younger. Like I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, but there's no way to do metal detectors when it comes to those parades, right?
No.
There's no possible way. You can try to secure it as much as possible. I know they have a lot of undercovers, but you just don't know. Do they know why, or was it a particular target, or was he just reckless, just shooting at anybody? Do we know, Tess?
Yeah, good question, NB. And just to make your point about, having additional security there to make sure nothing happened, they actually had 800 police officers that were there. So they certainly had what they believed to have enough coverage somewhere on the building. They even had people on rooftops nearby. They said there is no motive at this time that they can determine. But again, the story will continue to develop. I'm sure that'll change. They said that terrorism, they don't believe that it's terrorism, but again, they can't confirm the motive. 3 people are in custody at this time. So once they continue to, get to do more investigation with those 3 people, I'm sure we'll find out more. And the unfortunate thing, make sure people didn't just miss that, children were also, hurt in this as a result of the chaos. And it's saying 21 others were shot, including children. So no official update on, any of those children are, if they're in any critical condition, things like that. There's been a couple of different reports that have come out, so I don't want to mislead people as we continue to develop this, but certainly children were involved. Now, Kansas City has long struggled with gun violence. In 2020, they were among 9 cities targeted by the U.S. Department of Justice in an effort to crack down on violent crime. In 2003, the city matched a record with 182 homicides, most of which involved guns.
Does the why even matter at this point when it comes to mass shootings? And the reason I ask that is because it feels like sometimes we ask the why to make us feel better so we can know what it is, to see if we can attempt to avoid it. But there's always so many variables, right? Like, you got no proper gun legislation in this country. You got mental illness. You might have somebody, on drugs or drunk. You might just have people who are prejudiced. Who knows?
And just somebody trying to prove a point.
Somebody trying to prove a point. Or, somebody just trying to make make a statement. Yeah, they think they're making history by going out in the infamous way. Like, there's always so many whys.
You know, the reason I asked why is, like, yesterday I was in bed sick, but the reason I asked why is because I heard about the shooting, but, you know, and this is just me, when you hear about shootings like that, you would always feel like, I hope somebody wouldn't just want to reckless just shoot at anybody. You would hope, not say hope, but I would rather be a beef, and me and you are beefing, and we shooting at each other, and it wasn't, I'm just spraying and hitting random kids. That's why you asked
That's
why.
why I said you want to know the why, because you want to know if there's something you can potentially avoid. You want to know what it is.
Correct.
So maybe I can attempt to avoid that, but I just, there's always so many whys in these situations.
Now, we did see a video, Tez, of, it looks like the pedestrians catching somebody. Was that an actual person or that was involved with it, or was that, because we did see that?
Yeah, they believe so. They said they did see a video. They believe that those people were involved in the 3 who were apprehended, but still unsure. She did speak on that at the press conference. It was a longer clip, and she did confirm that, that some folks got involved, which is good that people kind of get involved and try to, do something to prevent it, but still not confirming, if it's exactly connected to the people who are in custody or not. But they did acknowledge that was an actual video.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Now, what are we talking next hour?
Yeah, next hour, Democrat New York Representative Jamal Bowman, who we've had on the show before, he is mixing hip hop and politics, and also New York City schools. We know that there was a snow day the other day. They went online, but it did not go as expected. So I'll tell you a little bit about that when we come back at the top of the hour.
All right, we'll get into that next. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's going on, Envy? What's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav? I seen your Valentine's Day post with your boo.
You saw him. You saw my baby looking all cute and thick. You saw him.
Who your boo is,
It was
Trav?
you.
First of all, don't ever disrespect me. I would never date Charlamagne. Okay?
Charlamagne would never date you either.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But sure, if you go look on my Instagram page, you'll see my boo. I posted him for Valentine's Day.
What's his name?
I don't think I'm interested.
His name is Leonardo. His name is Leonardo.
Okay. Don't add an O to my name. That's that hole open.
First of all, it had nothing to do with you.
You had a big O to my name because it's open.
Leonardo is hilarious.
Jess, go check him out here on my page, AKA_twin. You can go see my man, so that way you can make sure.
Let me say.
You'll like your man. But congratulations,
Thank
Jess,
you.
on your pregnancy.
Thank
okay,
you.
we having a baby. I love little baby.
Yes.
And I'm glad that we got our situation figured out before you having a baby. So that's a good thing.
Trav been trying to have a baby for a while, but for whatever reason, him and his partners can't ever get pregnant.
Sorry. Oh, I gotta make one more announcement. I gotta make this yearly announcement because every single time I call, people be like, "Oh, he get through so much because he's sleeping with Charlamagne." Stop disrespecting me.
Nobody's saying this. I hear that all the time. Nobody ever told you.
I heard that. I heard that.
I can send you the DMs, Charlamagne.
That is not
they
a
always
conversation.
DM me.
Yes, it is.
It is a conversation, Sean, unfortunately.
So what's the announcement? Are you denying it, or are you saying it's true?
That Charlamagne could never get this on his best day.
Whoa. Charlamagne don't want this. Okay, why y'all want me to be gay so bad?
It ain't me, Sean. I be defending you, telling everybody you're not gay. They don't believe me. I can't help that.
It's wishful thinking. They see these hips.
Oh my goodness.
And they see these cheeks.
There's nobody wishing on you.
And they be like, damn, I wish he was gay.
Thank you, Trav.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Trav.
I wish I was gay. Can you
I need
imagine
to see his
wishing?
boyfriend. I need to see.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Shirley from Connecticut.
Hey, Shirley from Connecticut. Good morning.
Good morning, DJ MB. Hello, Jess Hilarious. Congratulations and good morning.
Good morning, girl. Thank you.
Charlamagne the God. I just want to get off my chest about these mass shootings.
Go ahead, Mama.
Connecticut has been dealing with them since Sandy Hook, and we've been trying very hard to change legislation. But until the government gets their butt out of their heads, their heads out of their butts, rather, and puts this together, it's not going to stop.
Nope.
My grandson actually went to a school down the street from Sandy Hook when that happened all them years ago. He was in kindergarten at the time, and now he's going to be graduating high school next year.
Dang.
And that day when they first said that there was a shooting in Newtown, my heart dropped. And I actually know some kids that went to that school. One of my best friend's nephews' kids went there, and they actually seen the shooting. Wow. So it's really rough, and I know they're fighting for it, but nothing's happened in all these years. It's been 14 years, and nothing's happened.
You got too many senators that benefit from NRA money, and that's just the truth to the matter. You know what I'm saying? When you got the NRA,
exactly.
That's it. It's really that simple.
The government's getting money from them. That's what the problem is. They're not going to change it because they're getting money from the government.
That's right. The NRA benefits too many political campaigns of senators who oppose, gun safety legislation. So, yeah.
Right. And until we get somebody there that's ready to fight them, it's never going to change, unfortunately.
That's right.
And I wish it wasn't like that.
No, that's right. And Shirley,
But,
I'm sorry for your trauma, and I'm sorry for everything that you had to deal with that.
Absolutely.
The only other thing is about 6 months ago, you guys were supposed to send me a package, and I never received it.
What was it, some
you
books?
You were supposed to send me a books and a signed Black Effect hat from you guys. For my
Eddie.
grandson.
We'll get that to
Eddie,
you today.
come on now. Take
Hold
care.
on, all right?
Take
Don't
care
hang
of
up.
her.
We'll get your address again. We'll make sure it goes
I
out
promise
today.
it's
Okay,
going
Shirley?
out today.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Shirley.
You guys have a blessed day.
You too, Shirley. And listen, man, anytime y'all feel like y'all just need to vent, because, that's the only thing we can do in this country, because, America doesn't know how to solve problems. Breakfast Club is always a platform for you.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, this is Adrena.
Hey, Adrena. Get it off your chest, mama.
I'm a little nervous, but I really want people to reach out to your friends and family, check on them to make sure that they are okay. It's been almost 8 months since I lost my soulmate to suicide. And when he committed suicide, we was on a break, but we were still very much in communication with each other. But I knew something was wrong, and my gut told me to go check, but my head said, no, don't do it. And had I listened to my gut, I would have known something was wrong and could have been able to help. Also, with women and their children, when you have a man that wants to be in the lives of their kids, you shouldn't use the child as a pawn to get back, because no one never ever thought that he would commit suicide because of what was happening with his children. So I just want people to just be aware of those things.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Well, definitely sending you healing energy, Queen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, mama. Have a blessed day.
You guys do the same.
Jesus. Very heavy this morning. Crack a joke or something, Jess. Lord
Okay,
have mercy.
so damn careful. You got some money? Look, but this is a lighter note, right? So growing up, right, Valentine's Day, my mom and my dad would always make me their Valentine, and they would take me to Friendlies. Like that was just a childhood memory that I remember. It actually made me cry yesterday. I was a little emotional because my parents, they're not together anymore, but they're friends. They're good now, but my older brother was always out, doing his thing, bumping and grinding in the streets. And they would take me to like Friendlies or IHOP every year for like 6 or 7 years of my life when I was a little girl. And they would always tell me I was their Valentine. So that was like a Valentine's Day memory that I had growing up. Like I really, really loved and appreciated my parents.
So you went to Friendlies yesterday and cried?
Absolutely not. I went to Del Frisco's and ate.
Oh.
But growing up, I went to Friendlies.
It's so crazy that you said that. When we were kids, Friendlies and IHOP was like
the thing, right?
Like when you went
that
there,
was the place.
That was the place.
Other than Chuck E. Cheese, that was it.
What?
Yeah.
What? You went to IHOP? It was like it was just a special occasion.
I'm growing up down south. We went to Ryan's. Ryan's is a buffet.
We went to Friendlies and IHOP, maybe Sizzler. That's
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ryan's is the buffet. All you can eat.
How was your stomach after that?
Amazing.
Okay.
Ryan's was great. The only thing that is you just have to learn not to go there and eat the yeast rolls. You know what I'm saying? Because they give you these amazing yeast rolls with this butter, and they taste really good. But you eat them, you drink a little water, it swells up in your stomach, and that way you don't hit the buffet the way you're supposed to.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? See, it's little tricks that you learn when you're growing up in those areas. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Don't eat the rolls.
Don't eat the rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds illegal.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got Jess with the Mess coming up.
Yes, we do. Eminem is co-producing a documentary investigating celebrity fandom. Ooh, stands. Okay.
All right, we'll get into that next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
All right. SZA. Did y'all see the Rich Baby Daddy video?
No. I saw the snippet online.
Oh, you see the video yet?
No, I actually thought it was cute. It was
it's
like
dope. It's dope.
The way SZA ran up them steps and ain't trip. I was so proud of her.
Was that real?
They said it was. They said it was real. They said her water actually broke during the video, during the taping of the video.
So they all happened to be together when Sexy Red went into labor and went to the hospital with her and all of that?
Well, to be honest with you, you can't believe what you see on the internet. And actually, Sexy Red sat in that seat and told us that. Don't believe what you see, like, if I be lying. So it could have been like all the propaganda, but like, it was a nice video just for, it was like, it was cool because it was like, it looked like it was real.
Yeah.
So as long as it looks real, it was good.
Well, we are The Breakfast Club. Good morning, and let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. News is real.
Jess Hilarious, Jess Robin Moore, Jess don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Jess with the Mess. And this is real.
On The Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference.
Lil Wayne is hoping to be booked for Super Bowl halftime show. So Lil Wayne recently was on YG's podcast 400, and the Super Bowl 2025 is scheduled to be in New Orleans, which I thought was great. It's great. That's going to be like even blacker than it was this time.
It should be.
I love that, right? So Wayne is putting himself in position to be someone that they call for the halftime show. We have audio. This is what he said.
What you do to Super Bowl?
Duh.
I gotta ask. It's a question, Wayne. I know the answer, but I gotta ask you.
Of course, the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. I think it's in 2025 or something like that.
He's doing it.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Wayne,
sure.
come on, man. Say it, Wayne.
Sure what
Gotta
shit.
say it,
No, I
Wayne.
don't. They know. I will not lie to you. I have not got a call.
Hey, Jay, but I'm kind of folk, Jay.
But we all praying. We praying. We keeping our fingers crossed. I'm working hard. I'm gonna make sure this next album and everything I do is killer. So I'm gonna make it very hard for them to. I want to just make it hard for them not to
pick
holler at the boy.
Let the record show, after last year's Super Bowl with Rihanna, right here on Breakfast Club, we said the next two Super Bowls should be Usher in Vegas, right? And that happened. And we said Lil Wayne, Drake, and Friends in New Orleans,
Let's
2025.
manifest it.
That would be crazy.
It.
But do you do Lil Wayne, Drake, and Friends, or do you do New Orleans Super Bowl?
You do Little you
Master P.
No, you can't. Come on, stop.
Because New Orleans.
Stop. You got to think about the NFL. Okay, think about the NFL.
Yeah, first.
Lil Wayne is that level of artist who can headline a halftime Super Bowl. Drake, definitely. Correct. Lil Wayne's protege. It can definitely do it. So it has to be Lil Wayne, Drake, and Friends. The Friends should be Nicki Minaj, another superstar of that magnitude.
Correct.
Juvenile, come out there and do Back That Ass Up. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Khaled, come out there and do We Taking Over. T-Pain. Right? So T-Pain and Wayne got some super #1 records.
Absolutely, T-Pain,
and possibly Tiger.
But I just was saying, like, even before we go there, let's do like original New Orleans. So like Manny Fresh,
Manny Fresh,
definitely.
He'll come out there probably saying something.
Yeah, but it gotta be like, come on,
gotta
you know
be
what
so
I'm
New
saying?
Orleans. Yeah, it gotta be Mardi Gras feeling.
Yes, it gotta tie it into that. I mean, I'm all for Lil Wayne, Drake, and all of them, but like original,
absolutely
original New Orleans Cash Money and all of that. I think that would be great. Of course, like you said, I'm not mad at Master P
because they so New Orleans. Like that is New Orleans, even if it's a little bit of it.
It's the NFL, guys.
It is the NFL.
You're talking about mainstream. I love Master P to death, but you got to think about the NFL's going to want mainstream caliber artists on that stage.
A little Frida pop out.
Yeah, he better bring out. Hey, you already know he got to tie that in. Why are you looking at me like that?
Not an HBCU classic.
Oh my God.
Okay, think about what we're talking about here.
Okay.
I love all of those people you're talking about, but you got to think about the stage that these people are going to be on. You still got to sell it to the NFL.
All right, you're right. So hopefully Lil Wayne even gets to do it.
That's right.
Because
let's get to that part first.
The main part.
That definitely should be happening.
Yeah. Moving on. Donald Glover is hurt by claims that he has ill will towards black women. So back in 2022, Donald Glover interviewed himself for Interview Magazine. And I just think this was like not even really interesting, but awkward because he asked himself, "Are you afraid of black women?" And himself said, "Why are you asking me that?" You know what I mean? And then he's also said, "I feel like you're using black women to question my blackness." Now, he just recently did an interview with Hollywood Reporter, and he said, it feels like, I felt like it was something that people would say, but no one ever want to really ask me the question. Yeah, it is a better narrative, but anybody who actually knows me knows how much that actually hurts me. But I also realize that it doesn't matter. People are not going to read this and be like, wow, I was wrong. They're just going to keep assuming that I have ill will toward black women. But you interviewed yourself, and yourself didn't even answer that question. So you could have cleared all that up when you asked yourself, right?
Yeah, very, very strange. Why even bring that up with yourself?
And then what are you talking about, right? Like, it's
very,
yourself.
very weird.
He also continued to say that he stopped caring about what people thought because people who actually know him, like Quinta Brunson and some other black people that we don't know, they know the truth.
But how can you say you don't care about what people thought, but you the one who asked yourself that question?
You asked yourself.
Ain't nobody asked you that. You asked yourself that.
Moral of the story, man, some niggas be clowns. That's all. Man.
But let me ask you a question, right?
What's up?
When you see people for the cause, right, and they're so into, pro-black people, that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then they marry an other. How does that make you feel?
Wait,
like,
I don't know if he married, but he had kids with a white woman.
Yeah.
But like Dr. Umar Johnson, right? If you looked up in Dr.
Umar
Johnson,
would highly disagree with Donald Glover.
But if Dr. Umar Johnson, you looked up and he married a white woman, would you look at him the same?
What? Not Umar. Like, but his wife.
First of all, I can't believe you would disrespect Dr. Umar.
I'm just saying, but would you look at him the same?
Totally against it.
His current wife is half white, half Asian.
Yeah,
But do you look at people the same, like they're for the cause if they're married outside of their race?
Didn't we just have this conversation with Killer Mike yesterday?
I'm asking now because we're having this conversation because we're talking about it.
It makes you wonder a little bit.
Definitely.
Like people that are so pro-black,
because
but
it's like, how
right?
can you be that
pro-black,
and then you be like,
and marry other?
Then you go, just marry other, man.
That's a question.
And, and I've heard. I mean, Donald Glover's made jokes. Like he made jokes. Like I remember one time he said, I think he said Filipinos are like the black girls of Asians. I remember him saying that on a I don't know if it was a stand-up special. He used to do stand-up, right?
Yo, niggas be clowns.
Yeah, he's made jokes before. He's always had a strange relationship with just race. Remember when he came on Breakfast Club back in the day and he was like, he wanted to be big and white? And he kept saying that, like all of these stars, like the Will Smiths, the Beyoncés, like he's kind of basically saying like they've gotten so big that they've like transcended race. So he was like, I want to be big and white. Remember he wrote that poem for MTV saying he wanted to be big and white. It's just strange.
Yeah, so that's why I just told that story because it was awkward. And it's Black History Month too. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think what Jess keeps repeating is true.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is Jess with the Mess for the first hour.
All right. When we come back, we got front page news, and then Vince Staples will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club, and let's get in some front page news. What up, Tiz?
Good morning, DJ MV, Charlamagne the Guy, Jess Hilarious.
Hey, babe.
Now let's talk about this new hip hop task force.
Yeah, well, I'm always a fan of when hip hop and politics is merged together. So the task force is created and led by Congressman Jamal Bowman. He said he'll be using hip hop messaging as a way of building more of an equitable society to help spearhead initiatives to address economic equality, affordable housing, and racial justice. I reached out to Congressman Bowman yesterday to ask him about this new task force, and this is what he had to say to the Breakfast Club family.
What's up, Breakfast Club family? This is Congressman Jamal Bowman. Yesterday, for the first time in history, we launched a hip-hop task force in the U.S. House of Representatives and Congress. We did this for one reason, to build political power within the hip-hop community and culture so that we could transform federal, state, and local legislation. Hip-hop is a multi-billion-dollar industry with millions of fans, and we make culture in America what it is. But we have to use our voices and our power to change policy. That's where you all come in. So be on the lookout for more information on social media and websites, and I will definitely stay in tune and stay in touch. Peace and love, y'all.
That's dope. I mean, that's better, that's way better than the task forces they have historically created in New York City to harass rappers. Usually the task forces they create just want to investigate, harass, and lock rappers up. So salute to Jamal Bowman for that.
Yeah, I think this is a good thing. One of the things I've always talked about is how they use hip hop, to help fundraise, but never have hip hop at the table to actually solve the problems. I used to say the days of using hip hop as a political fundraising gimmick without accountability to heal the story that hip hop tells is over. And so he's actually doing that, making sure. He even said that hip hop has always been about stories about poverty and, about crime and violence and all of the good things, in hip hop as well. So I really look forward to seeing, what he does with this and really utilizing those voices that are pretty much the voices of the street. So I think that's a good thing.
I will say this, that the task force that they created in New York, I mean, I'm sure like in any task force, there's some good players and bad players, but I would say that task force saved a lot of hip hop artists from dying. Their job was to comb social media, to see who the beefs were, what the beefs were, and to be around to make sure that those individuals didn't get shot and killed, and to make sure when not just artists, hip hop artists, entourage, DJs, bartenders, and all of them, when they were leaving those venues and clubs, that they didn't get robbed. So some of that task force actually did do good and saved a lot of people out there. Me, including myself, because they saved me on a couple of occasions when I used to DJ heavy in the city. So
they still around.
Yeah, they definitely still around.
I don't want to say their name because I don't want to put them on blast, but
yeah, they still around.
They definitely still around.
Yeah,
they definitely told me I couldn't have somebody at my mental health expo last year. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Person was scheduled to be there, and they was like, no, if this person is here, you got to have metal detectors, and you got to have at least 4 of us here. And this, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't know all that.
Well, they wanted to protect the people that you had coming to your
yes.
Your
and they call it an actual task force.
Yeah. It's a task force.
Or the hip hop police, but they have an actual name. But
but we call it the hip hop police, but they have a task force name, and that's what they do. Like Charlamagne said, they make sure when they see certain artists that are gang related, and especially that they're going through beef, they try to make sure that they don't have any killings on their turf, and they try to make sure that people are safe.
It's like good.
Well, hopefully some good policy will come out of this. I love seeing when hip hop's at the table. So thank you, Representative, for reaching out and responding to my call and actually giving a message directly to the Breakfast Club listeners, which is hip hop.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tiz.
Absolutely.
Then make sure you subscribe to at Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
All right. Now, when we come back, Vince Staples will be joining us. His new show, The Vince Staples Show, is out today, and we're going to kick it with him when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Man, he's got a new show coming out on Netflix called The Vince Staples Show. Vince Staples is here.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
That's
what's up, my guy?
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. So I'm good.
So what is The Vince Staples Show about, man?
I mean, pretty much just, day-to-day life and our human experience. I feel like a lot of the times it's a lot of nuance in a lot of people's lives that we might kind of ignore. We all had those days where we tell people, you wouldn't believe the shit that happened to me today. So just trying to find ways to utilize that and that format, so to say, and kind of attack deeper issues as far as, classism, socialism, violence, our relationships with those things, our relationships with fame, money, things of that nature, and kind of taking a lighter approach to kind of the stuff that we deal with day to day that people wouldn't believe, because especially when you escape the black community, right, you can tell people the stuff that you see that you might deem as normal, and when you get in these other rooms, they don't see it as normal necessarily. So just trying to find a way to shed light on it while keeping it lighthearted.
Yeah, I asked that question because we were watching it, and that's what Jess said. She said, what is this show about?
Yeah, nothing.
I was saying, like, what, because it's not like your typical show. You get what I'm saying? It's like you said, day to day, and which can one day it could be crazy, and then the next day it can be just chill. Like I didn't expect for homie to die. Like
yeah.
And then I know I'm kind of.
Oh, that was the second one.
I'm trying. The second one. Okay, I'm kind of telling.
Yeah.
But like,
it's all good.
That was like I go from laughing to I'm like, damn, that's just how they're gonna be.
Yeah, but that's life. Like you got to think about.
Yeah.
So that episode specifically, since we talking about that, right? We've all had different levels of financial gain, and when you have these levels of financial gain, you get in these other rooms where you realize you don't really got what you think that you have, and a lot of the times, us kind of having the door closed in our faces. Black people are entertainers, just people that come from a different world. We find solace in the things that we understand, no matter where they come from. So, your friends robbing the bank, which is a negative situation, but you feel comfortable to be in that environment. Yeah. That could be alcoholism, that can be drugs, that can be streets, that can be the violence, anything that we can kind of connect to when another door is closed. So that kind of represents the bigger statement of that. And also, just die sometimes.
Yeah.
So you might be this close to an opportunity, you might be this close to a situation, which would be kind of receiving that loan and starting that business, and then something traumatic happens, and the response to it is how our response is when anybody get killed by the police. You put your hands up and you stand still. So it's a lot of deeper meaning in a lot of the things. We just wanted to show nuance with it.
Even before that, though, because I don't want to give too much away, which I normally do when I watch something.
Yes.
But you when you had the opportunity to leave, you realized even though you was innocent and didn't do nothing, stepping outside that door with them police, might have led to you getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And it's like a lot of the stuff that brings us trauma and a lot of the stuff that kind of forces uncomfortable conversations for us, other people honestly don't even know about.
That's right.
I done had my manager for a long time, and I would just tell him certain stuff. Like, I remember we had a call, and I was like, oh yeah, man, like, hold on, I gotta go. Like, the baby shower got raided. And he was like, what? And he called me back. He was like, what you mean? I was at the homie's son baby shower, and it got raided. Like, they kicked the door in. And he was like, they not supposed to do shit like that, or like, we got a meeting, and all right, man, you gotta bail me out real quick. Like, I didn't really look at it like it was that crazy until I got older, and you realize your circumstances are within a bubble. So I really kind of wanted to think about the thought process of that bubble and how when you in it, you don't notice what's going on until you leave. So you got subtle nuance in every episode where it's situations that we deal with, specifically in the black community, specifically kind of an urban background. But when you escape that makes zero sense, bro. And now that we kind of further removed and we're able to put it on screen, it does feel awkward. It feels uncomfortable a little bit because we don't expect to see these things in these environments.
Yeah. I'm a comedian, so the funniest part to me was homie in jail singing, right? Because, yo, that is so funny. I wanted to know though, did you write that or did you let him just do his thing?
Yeah, I wrote it. But
so you wrote that. That is hilarious.
His timing is amazing.
Yes.
Like his context to kind of know where the joke is amazing. And as you know, in comedy, like with film, and I feel like within stand-up specifically, it's so much more freedom. Yeah. It's so much more, I guess, execution is a lot more important because there ain't no editing, ain't no cutting, and you gotta...
Nah, and they right there in your face.
Yeah, exactly. So within, I think, film and television, a lot of people might not know where the joke is at, and it's harder to tell the story or convey kind of the emotion you're trying to convey versus it being in a stand-up. So it was hard at certain moments to try to figure out how to edit this correctly, how to make sure that it didn't fall flat, but also how to make sure it didn't look like you was kind of cooning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was perfect. It was funny.
Thank you.
He had a song for everything.
And I'm glad dude just wanted to square up. And not you.
Yeah.
Because nowadays you got to have a little bit of that. It seems like in every program.
Right.
I'm glad it ain't gonna piss Boosie off. It ain't gonna piss Boosie off.
Yeah, man. Boosie can watch this, man, with the whole family. It's gonna be good. All the kids can watch. So Boosie, watch this with the kids, man. It's not. You know what I mean?
If you was locked up, would you really act like that with other inmates,
bro? So that episode, we had a meeting
about that episode.
No, we had a meeting, and I had a mishap. Traffic ticket. So I had a traffic ticket
and ended up in jail.
Yeah, and it was this dude. It was an important meeting, so I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody important. And the dude next to me, he just kept singing, bro. Like he wouldn't stop. And you in the tank, so I'm like, all right, whatever. I feel we could get a 2-man sale, whatever. Because I'm like, these ain't gonna bail me out. They taking too long. So we sleep. I'm like, hey, bro, you gotta get on the. Not like that, but I was like, hey, bro, like you get the top bunk. Like he's like, oh no, I'm not tripping, bro. Like. Ain't nothing like it. He was cool. So I'm like, alright, cool. I'm thinking, sometimes be trying to be tough and stuff. So I'm asleep, bro. Bro just start humming and then I'm like, oh, bro. He got no idea who I am. It ain't like, cause I ain't like super popping like that. So he would have done this no matter who was in the cell, which make it worse. And then bro just like his arm like fall under the thing. He just starts snapping. Like while he's singing, it's like 2:00 in the morning. He would not stop, bro. And then bro leaned, I was so mad. He just leaned over the bunk. He was like, that's hard, right? I was like, yeah, bro, that's good.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I'll tell you later. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I'm just like, bro, like, it's 2:00 in the morning. I had a show. I had Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got all this stuff on my mind. I'm trying to bail. I got Lollapalooza. I had a meeting that I missed. I'm a little crazy that I missed. I don't even think it came to fruition because of that. But that's kind of when I was still doing a lot at the same time. And like I don't know how he had explained him or whatever. I know he didn't tell him what really happened.
You
but
didn't tell
like,
him the truth, Corey?
Corey know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But just like, oh man, what happened? Like, yeah, bro, like my bad, I missed the meeting. Like I had an engagement. Oh man, what happened? Telling the homies I was supposed to be at the studio. I was like, yeah, bro, I got locked up. And then this dude kept singing to me about the casino. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you lying. That's what my engineer was like, you lying. He's like, bro, just tell me what happened. I'm like, I promise you, my sister was at work at Subway. Had to go pick her up with my mom had to go get my car. Just like, I'm not supposed to be still living like this at that moment. But it was a very important turning point in my life, and it's kind of a life lesson. So I could try to kind of recreate some of these life lessons that were honestly like a little traumatic, and be able to kind of poke fun at yourself based on the decisions you make, so to say.
All right, we got more with Vince Staples when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We still kicking it with Vince Staples. Jess?
So your mom is played by Vanessa Bell Calloway. How is it working with her? I love her.
She great, man. She's when you usually work with somebody of that magnitude, you don't expect any extras. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she auditioned for the role because she wanted to, which was crazy. Like, I seen that, I was like, what the
Yeah.
So her auditioning for the role was like just unheard of for a show of my caliber. Somebody with my reputation as far as never doing this before. So I was extremely grateful of that. I was grateful that she worked with us on every facet. As far as, hair and makeup, all those things is very, very intricate.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of led us in the way that she wanted to be able to do, how she wanted to be able to do it. The research that she applied, sitting with me, asking questions about, my mother's disposition and her thought process and how I would want it played, what's important to me. I don't want to do this because I don't know if this is true or if this is true as far as like to the character itself. And just over and over and over again, just giving me insight on how this thing works, because she's been doing it for an extremely long time. So I was extremely grateful for her, for the opportunity to have her in my show. And just even to this day, like, she always hit me up, she always give me advice, she always make sure I know what's going on. And I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like a mother figure for real.
Yeah, and especially like she don't gotta do none of that. She can go to work and go home. And she made sure to kind of make sure I knew what I was doing, especially being the first time I had never acted, never written, never produced, never done nothing before. So just having her kind of teach me how you should be treated and what you should demand. Like, her and Kenya were extremely important in kind of giving that information. And Kenya is different because it's his job. It's not her job to do that at all. So I really, really appreciate it. And just seeing how good she is. Like, of course, she good, but on set, her being able to like change, I guess, her direction and also kind of helping direct our camera department, helping her, because we had a really, really, really small team. So kind of her filling in the void when she didn't have to, like, I really appreciate it.
How close is she to your mom in real life?
My mom a little bit more turned up than it was on camera. Yeah, but she cool though. My mom cool, but my mom is interesting, man.
Does your mom really like jail?
No, but my mom has said that before. Yeah, my mom ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what my mama said. But mama's one of the people, right? Where you have your circumstances, like we talk about our triggers in our kind of our environment and how it changes us. So my mom's the type of person that no matter what, everybody that came with us, they right until we get to the house, right? So my mom has an understanding point of view on everything, but she also holds you accountable for the things that you do. We was kids. She's like, no, I ain't picking y'all up. Second time, like, you get one free one, you get a free one, I'm gonna get you. After that, it's on you.
Stay your ass in there.
This happened. My mom done walked in the room before, all my homies in the living room, and then somebody tell a joke, everybody start laughing. My mama just say, he gonna tell.
Damn.
And
wow.
And he told too.
Damn.
It was a little crazy down the line. Yeah, he for sure told, man. But my mom, her experiences kind of mirror ours, and it's weird growing up with a mother who understands like kind of the nuance of the situation when you're younger. But as you get older, you grow to appreciate it. And I think it's a lot of the times we have a point of view, I guess, of women in these communities, especially when we think about film and just art that takes place in Southern California. Like, it's always the mom crying over the dead body and, no, baby, don't do this. That's not how any of my homies' mothers are, because you got to think about the black community. I was born in 1993. So just kind of the state that California was in at that point in time, the state that the streets was in, the states where our community, drugs, alcoholism, I guess homelessness, lack of jobs, lack of resources.
They couldn't be soft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think kind of having a mother figure in the show that held the characters responsible was extremely important, because my mom, she not giving you no passes, but she not going to shy away from loving you, but you don't get those passes.
And I read you used to send scripts and run show ideas by Quinta Brunson.
Oh, yeah, I sent Quinta one of the scripts. She was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be nervous, you sending scripts. But she kind of, because like I said, I've never done it before.
Yeah.
So, you kind of get to be around these people. I was lucky enough to be a part of her show, and then we kind of forged a relationship. We had done a show previously, but it was animation, so we didn't really communicate that much. But she been a really, really big help. Her talent and her professionalism and just the way that she runs that operation, for that big company, it's understated. Like, she does an amazing job. I don't know if I ran across somebody who does it as good as she does in the manner that she does it. So I was just really grateful that she was able to even look at it and also let you know that, like, you know what you're doing. Because especially not having information, not having access to certain things. These people that went to college for this stuff, like, I value their opinion. And yeah, it was a good opportunity to be able to share with her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. They random. They're gonna be random to the people who haven't seen the show yet, but they're not gonna be random to you.
I got you.
What did the music do to Michael Jackson?
Man, look at it. Everything, bro. Took his childhood, that case.
Yeah.
Man, it's music. Music can be tumultuous, bro. Like, and I think that a lot of the time we so busy focusing on the music and what it gives to us, we don't ever look at bro. Like, when I was a kid and I seen Michael Jackson, I didn't know other Michael Jackson. I'm only 30. So my whole life I was like, this crazy. My whole life. It's like, I never looked at Michael Jackson and was like, oh man, that's a cool fly.
You ain't never seen Michael. You ain't never,
nah.
Yeah.
And then you get older and then you see, I remember my first time seeing it was like the movie, the made for TV movie they had when he had the rat. And he was a little
Ben,
kid.
right? No, not Ben.
American Family.
Oh, the one Jason Weaver played.
Wait, I was gonna say Flex Washington.
No, that was
that one was crazy too. I seen that was crazy too. Jason Weaver.
Jason Weaver. Yeah.
I was like, this ain't cool.
Yeah.
Like, this what happened to this. This what happened to bro. Y'all just gonna like y'all let this happen. Like everybody like, oh, that's Mike. I'm like, nah, this is terrible.
You know the interesting thing about Mike. You know how they say that whole Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC thing. Mike really owned half of the music industry's publishing.
Yeah.
No black man's supposed to have that kind of power in the music industry, but nobody ever said there was a conspiracy to bring Michael Jackson down.
Look, man, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying it looked like he was into some freaky shit, man. We talked about Michael Jackson before.
Mike was innocent, man.
I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying he was. I'm saying that if he had anything going on, I wouldn't be surprised. All I'm saying is the life looked a little rough.
He got investigated by the FBI for 17 years.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about that wig, bro. You talking about these kids. I'm saying regardless, see how we trying to sidetrack it with the accomplishments instead of being like they this life up. What I'm saying is no matter what happened, look at that.
Was it the music or the money and the fame? He was the most famous man on earth, probably the most famous person ever.
Yeah.
That walked the face of the earth.
For sure. And look at
damn.
No, it's not true. That's what he said.
And childhood trauma, man.
No, it's not true.
Man, that weave with that nose, they Mike up, man. They need to say we need a sorry Mike day. We need to put it on the American calendar like my bad Michael. That's up, bro.
My bad Michael. I like that. My bad MJ. We're gonna do that on his birthday, man. Now, you started doing this show on YouTube, right? About 5 years ago?
Man, so originally when I first started doing music, I never been like the biggest artist. So when I started doing music, people would kind of gravitate towards certain things. We like your music videos. We like this. We like that. And I never been like ignorant of the world around me. You know what I mean? I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. So I always thought, okay, what's the limits that we can push? Probably a visual medium. Same thing with interviews and stuff of that nature. So we had a bunch of meetings. It had to be like 7, 8, 9 years ago. And I'm going, everybody, hey, we want to do a show. And it was maybe later. We working on this. You got some music for that? It wasn't panning out, so I just kind of did more work. I did a bunch of voiceover stuff. I did some smaller roles on other films. Dope, being one of the first. And then we did the YouTube thing for a couple episodes, and that's kind of how we got the chops up and kind of learned how to do it. Then I think a year or two after that is when we got the opportunity to kind of go through Netflix. We'll go with Kenya. We had Kenya and a couple other people. Kenya, to me, was the most honest, and he was the most understanding that I was trying to make something, and it wasn't I need you to make this for me type situation. And so we got the situation with him and Netflix, then COVID hit, so we had to sit that out. And then when COVID happened, they picked it back up, thankfully, and now we're here.
All right, we got more with Vince Staples when we come back. Now, Vince said he never fell in love with hip-hop. We got to ask him about it when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. We're still kicking it with Vince Staples. We are The Breakfast Club, DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne.
Is it challenging to take your natural humor and wit and put it into a scripted fictional format?
Nah, bro, because I don't even be joking like that, bro. Like, I be chilling, man, you know.
I could tell, yo, he's so serious. So I'm like, why you gonna bring up what I said?
Because he brought it up.
Nah, yo, even the way he been here, like, what's up, bro? I'm like, nah, don't tell him nothing I said.
Nah.
He's real serious, yo.
Nah,
Some serious people out here.
Nah, I don't be tripping. The writing is the easy part, bro. Like, that's not, I think that's probably the part I gravitated to the most. And I think a thing about making the show, especially when you have some sort of notoriety, is that the perception can be off, right? People was thinking, oh, it's the Vince Staples show. So like when you kind of doing the scripts, it's like I'm not necessarily the main character in any of these episodes. The environment is the main character, but it's the show because like it's my perspective on how I view the world and how I feel black people interact with each other. It's not really ever about me in the show at all. That's why the writing is really important, because when you think about the bank episode, right? The bank episode to me is tackling a lot of things like, all right, you just seen today JP Morgan. I seen a clip of the JP Morgan dude apologizing for being institutional slavery.
Right.
But that's part of the episode that we have. You know what I mean? So it's like being able to tackle those things are important, because I be in places and I be like, y'all just gonna let these white folks like do this shit in our face, like, and we all love them so much, and not just like shit on the white people. Like I know I got like one white friend, like probably 1.5. So it's like
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Damn.
Yeah, well, he like 6'5", 6'8". You know what I mean? I probably say 3. I got another 6-foot white boy that he my engineer, so he count, I guess. But shout out Tyler, what's up, bro? But we bro, the writing of it is important because there's so much that I think kind of goes unsaid. So I feel like translating it into writing is easier, because if I just start saying some of the shit I be feeling, then I'm gonna look crazy, bro.
No, you won't.
No.
Trust me.
You got some of that in here.
Oh, yes.
Like when the dude walks away from at the family reunion, he's like, why are we black?
But all right, but so that's a true story.
I get it.
I got an uncle named Winford. Shout out Uncle Winford. That cold, man. And he got drunk one day. He was asking that question. My mom was like, shut up. But I felt, bro, because I'm like, what do that even mean? Like, if we really like getting deep.
I don't think you black if you've never asked that question. Not saying that you don't want to be black.
Yeah.
But when you think about all the things black people have had to deal with in this country, why are we black?
Bro,
why are we going through this? Like, that's what I think he was trying to say.
Bro, yeah, I swear, because it's what was that we was like, my family is hella grimy, so we had like a family type thing, and it's like, you know, sometimes black people like get fake churchy.
Yeah.
So my family, everybody in my family had a fake like come to Jesus moment, and it always get way worse when they was done. So this was the end of somebody like savior moment. So my uncle Winford drunk, he just argued. He's like, I just got a question. He said, I just don't understand. Why is we black?
Damn.
And everybody was like, shut the up, like you drunk. But his feelings was really hurt because he's like, you arguing in my house. I don't understand what's going on. And it's like, if you just say that, if I just walked up here and said that, I'm gonna look crazy on the internet. So being able to write it and give it context and show the things that happen kind of make it a little bit easier.
But he was drunk, he was thinking, he was probably, your uncle probably been through so much and then seeing so much, and it's like, man, why we gotta?
And I be feeling bad for people from that generation. That's my granny's sister husband. My granny's sister just died. My granny and my granny's sister just died. They was getting older and whatnot. So we at the funeral. And I'm like, what's up, Uncle Winford? You good? He's like, yeah, you know, Virgie dead. So, you know, I'm gonna just be at the house. Like, come on down. It's like, damn. You're like, you don't think that sound crazy? He's like, what you mean? I'm like, your whole life has just been sorrow. Like, talking like a sharecropper from Arkansas. In Compton, like, it's like he still see horses every day. He probably don't see no translation. Yeah. So the stuff that we deal with as people is real interesting, man. And you just gotta kind of tread on it lightly, just to be not only tread lightly, because when we making stuff us, we understand it, but you want to be, I guess, sensitive to the stuff that we deal with every day, and not make it seem like you poking fun at ourselves. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to kind of go to these people's platforms and poke fun at ourselves and kind of be slapstickish almost. You know what I'm saying?
Entertainment.
Because with my thing, like, oh man, it's just dry, it's this, it's that. All right, but it worked for Wilfred, it worked for Louis, it worked for Curb, it worked for all these other people, so I can do a show like this. Well, we can't start the show like this. The perspective is gonna be out, but if we utilize this lens and then we do a slow pan out, then we can still showcase the environment while showing the emotion of the characters. And we start talking like that, then they gotta just let you do what you want to do. Which is why the information is important and the writing is important, just making sure that you are able to articulate to someone who don't understand. Because they looking at it's math, because with them they got the world, so they don't got to worry about the stuff that they say or the stuff that they do. Because, and I'm not saying this in a demeaning way, but it's like, all right, ostensibly the same stuff that we kind of champion Jim Carrey for, we on Tyler Perry for. But it's based on the way that the circumstances in the community and, you know, how people view these things.
We'd call him a coon if he was black.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be mindful of the fact that people do feel that way when you create these things.
They have mass representation.
Exactly.
Yeah. So why are we black, Vince?
Because we lucky. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I wouldn't want to be them other things.
You know what? Them other things. Yeah, I like that.
My man Carlos Miller says, being black is dangerous, but it's cool.
Yeah, man. Everybody like danger, you know?
Yeah.
Wear your seatbelt, man. You'll be all right. I love it.
That's right.
We're going to get out of here in a minute, because, you know, when Jess start to get quiet like this, that means she's ready to go.
First of all.
But
why you get off her head, man?
It's like, yo.
Why he doing
I don't
like
understand, Vince. I don't know. I've only been up here 2 weeks. I want to go. I want to leave already. I want to put in 2 weeks.
You need a vacation.
I do.
Yeah,
Thank you, Vince.
She be on maternity leave soon.
Lord. Oh, my God.
Have you really never fell in love with hip-hop?
What I meant by that was, like, what's that moment? Like, when do you fall in love with your mama? You feel me? When do you fall in love with your father? Like, people not black, they got different experiences. When do you discover hip hop if you were born in 1993 in the ghetto? When do you walk into a place and they're like, "Hey, this is hip hop"? Like, what the do we be talking about? Like, that's to ask me when I fell in love with like charcuterie or like some stupid white people. Like, hip hop is a part of. I'm black. It's just there. It's always been there. Like, I don't know. Like, that's crazy to think about, bro. It's like asking. It's like asking when they met Jesus. Like, what? I'm black. We just do it.
This is my last question. Me and Glasses Malone was having a conversation, right? And Glasses was saying how if you're not from like hip hop, in order to be hip hop, has to be from the hood and have a street aesthetic and be on. I always say you want it to be on some gang. He says no, that's not what he's saying. To me, you hip hop, Kendrick is hip hop, Cole is hip hop. Y'all don't have to do no criminal to be considered hip hop. Do you think you have to do? Because you said that earlier. You talked about I could show my environment. Right? And
I think
create better music.
Listen, Glasses be saying half of what he trying to say. That's my dog, so I know he be bullshit. I feel like the important sentence is for it to be accepted fully, because the way that we view certain things, that's a very big part of hip hop. That's a very big part of black culture. A very big part of being a black male. To be honest, it's a big part of manhood in general, especially for black men. So, if you're making hip hop and you're saying you come from all these things, but it feels different, it feels like it's not how they view us. Because let's be real, bro. We 13-14% of this population. We got to sell things to people that's not us. So for it to translate, I know what that is. You get what I'm saying? Sports got jerseys, bro. It just is what it is. Like, so I feel like for it to fully translate and kind of reach certain heights based on how people perceive it, most of the time it does have to be that, but that don't make it right.
Damn. So you think it got to have the street elements and the hood elements?
I think for their understanding and digestion of it. But what is the street element of it and what is the hood element of it? It's struggle, it's poverty, it's lack of resources, it's lack of family, it's lack of all these things. And that's just the black experience based on how the world sees it. Yeah. So it's not just violence. Violence is just the biggest part of it as far as how we speak about it. Think about, I know they exist, but it's way more mother records than it is father records. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just how our community looks and how kind of we view it, you know what I mean? So I feel like I get older and I'm like, I feel bad, like kind of for my father, like the relationship that we have for him. It's like, all right, you got incarceration issues, you got substance issues. Like, it ain't like you were just like, yeah, I ain't coming home, I ain't with these kids. But based on the perception of how we were taught to view ourselves and view the world around us, everybody said we ain't got no daddy.
Yeah.
Instead of understanding the circumstances, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's kind of that with hip hop, it's just understanding the circumstances a little bit better.
Vince Staples Show is out now on Netflix. Thank you for coming, Vince.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
The Breakfast Club, good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. News is real. Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore. Jess don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Jess with the Mess. I news is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference.
Eminem co-producing documentary that investigates stans. Now those are people that are obsessed with celebrities. Variety reported that Shady Films Company is assisting in creating a documentary that will focus on the rise in intense fandom when it comes to music. A recent example is basically remember the recent Nicki and Megan beef. The cemetery had to call for extra security of Meg Thee Stallion's mother's grave during her beef with Nicki, something like that. Or how when, oh my God, this is bad, but remember when Michael Jackson he died? It was people committing suicide. It was just all, and then even before he died, people would pass out and all that, seeing him, so how they stand. And so it's a documentary surrounding that.
Or even Taylor Swift, remember, I think you reported a week ago that Taylor Swift's fan was outside her house out in New York and they arrested him 8 times.
Everybody y'all named got hives. You named the Barbs, you named the Swifties and the Hees. Hees.
And the what?
Who the Hees?
Who's the Hees?
That's the Michael Jackson fans. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know they was called the Hees.
Yeah, the Hees.
I wonder how certain communities feel about that. Anyway, and for those who don't remember the song Stan, Eminem is the creator of that song. And let's play the song. Fan of Eminem, he was obsessed and he killed his girlfriend, the baby, and himself. So basically, now that I'm old, I'm thinking Eminem probably did this kind of stuff.
No,
no
storyteller.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he's a great storyteller because now me as an adult actually believes that.
Great idea for a show.
Great idea for a show, which was also
MTV doing that, right?
Actually, it doesn't have it here. No, I don't know who's doing it, but it's actually in effect, and it's gonna drop. A couple of shows like this was pitched though before. Actually, Charlamagne actually pitched this show, a show like this 10 years ago.
I did,
on December 10th, actually was the actual date.
I love this place.
And they didn't pick it up.
They didn't pick it up.
But to the fact of that just means that you saw this way before, because social media then wasn't what it is now.
Yeah.
So
that is
yeah,
true.
and I know you probably pissed that now Eminem is doing it.
I ain't mad. I just was.
Yeah.
She only know that because I was a little mad when I saw it, and I just showed her that I had pitched it. You know.
Yo,
Yeah, he did.
December 10th,
That's what tell
2013.
people. That's what tell people about this room. Charlamagne showed it. Say, yeah, nah, you ain't got to say nothing. Don't say nothing. And Jess said, all right. Then she said
She
something.
getting me back, and I did that to her the other day with the Tyrese.
Yo, and Tyrese so mad at me. Text me like, wow. I'm like, oh my God, Ty, no, like for real.
This is not the place you want to share anything because it's going on there. Charlamagne, she was like, I'm gonna say no. I'm like, nah, don't even say
All
nothing.
you just got to do is say, you know how he is. That's it.
Nah, I'm not saying nothing else around you, so don't show me nothing else either. So, Bow Wow's lean addiction led to issues in career and personal life. So he sat down with the Art of Dialogue, and he spoke candidly about how sipping lean led to drama in his personal life. We have the audio for it.
I was on lean. I was sipping so much syrup, bro. And I said this too, like right after Mac Miller had died. I spoke on that. I was drinking that like crazy. Like I'm telling you, like it was times where I used to pull up on Wayne, like the pop bottles video in New Orleans. I think we was doing something. They was shooting. I put up on Wayne. Wayne hit me up with a little baby bottle of my own. Like, take this. Go ahead. I gotta take this with you. Like, we pouring up foes, deuces. I was losing my fucking mind. I put that shit down back then. So I'll never forget, me and Chris was on our tour. I was co-headliner with Brown. The opening night was in Cincinnati. When I got off the stage, I collapsed. And I was like, what the f? And I went straight to Cincinnati University Hospital. I'm talking about my stomach was so f***ed up. I ended up going back home to Atlanta after the first show.
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
You could see when he was going through that, because lean makes you like puffy, like it gives you like it makes you look bloated.
Yeah, he definitely was a little thick.
There was a moment when he was looking like Bow Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
absolutely. Yeah. I didn't believe. I mean, I believe that. I never not believed that he was going through it. There's a lot of things I don't believe about Bow Wow, but it is, because he was lying a lot, but. I did always believe that he was on lean. I mean, then the way he just came out and said it, I was on lean.
Man.
But to the point of, like you said, after Mac Miller died, you would think when you see somebody overdose or something like that, off of something like that, you won't be like, oh man, I'm so messed up off that, let me go do the same thing, or let me go try it, or let me go, it's other outlets and other ways, you don't want to end up like that person. Then we lost that person to to that thing. So,
and I was gonna say that that's one question I have. Like, when you see somebody getting beat up or dying over these drugs, what makes you want to try it? Like, Mac Miller, died, and a lot of these people died for using drugs. What makes you say, you know what, they died, but let me try to see if I can do better? Like, I don't know.
You're saying there shouldn't be any new lean users.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like there shouldn't be no new crackheads.
Right. No heroin addicts.
No new heroin addicts.
Right. You see what it does to people. So what makes you say they died, but I could beat it?
Yeah, and also with this I hope Wayne is not under any investigation, because he said Wayne gave him a baby bottle of lean to soothe him. And then also Chris Brown, he spoke about how he collapsed opening night. It's like, yo, don't drop nobody name. This is not how you do it, Bow Wow. When I read it, I was like, wow, Bow, why?
Maybe he need to drop their names if they, because then they might look in the mirror. If they're still doing that, I don't know.
Wayne been probably looking in the mirror for a long time. Like, just no, don't do it, yo. But I just never been able to take Bow Wow serious in stories like this. But I do remember actually noticing something was wrong with him or whatever.
That ain't no Bow Wow challenge right there. That's real.
Real stuff. But remember when he had said that he was going to commit suicide and that he jumped off. He was like, I'm going to jump. And he was saying he was going to jump off the second story of his house.
I don't remember that.
And then, you don't remember that? Mm-mm. Oh, no. The internet, please do y'all job and find it. Remember, and they showed how high it was. And I was like, yo, you was just going to break your ankle. You wasn't going to die. This when he was starving for attention, yo. But I always had like a love-hate relationship with Bow Wow. Bow Wow would be like, why would you do that? Why would you go and say that? But like, he's always been attention craving, but not this.
You put him in Jess With The Mess, he didn't like it?
A lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't never really like beef with me, but he always just side eye me like, yo, come on, chill.
Why you
on
said
me,
beef
yo.
with me like you was saying bounce with me. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. That's Jess With The Mess for the second hour.
All right. Thank you, Jess. I just want to send a birthday shout out to Chloe. She's a long-time listener. She's 13 years old. Her dad is in the car, so happy birthday, Chloe.
Happy born day, Chloe.
Birthday, girly.
All right. Now, Charlamagne, you got Donkey Today coming up?
Yeah, it's 4 after the hour. A woman from Florida named Jaquila Mobley needs to come to the front of the congregation, man. She has disrespected her mother in the worst way, and we will discuss.
Okay. Jesus. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Your execution on the Donkey of the Day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me Donkey of the Day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to now?
Well, Donkey today, Sexy Red for Thursday, February 15th, goes to a woman named Jaquila Mobley. Jaquila is from Florida, ladies and gentlemen. And what does your Uncle Charla always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. Now, Jaquila has been arrested for battery, a misdemeanor, and booked into the Marion County Jail, where she is being held on $2,500 bond. Okay, she is a woman who has multiple battery arrests, but does not have any convictions. I actually have a lot of empathy for this woman because she told police she's been sleeping on the streets, and the victim of her crime, which we will get to shortly, is a woman who happens to be her mother. Yes, Jaquila's own mother is the victim. She's 64 years old. Jaquila is 28. Her mother's name is Isla Johnson. And Isla said Jaquila has been drinking and using drugs, and that when she does this, she becomes aggressive towards her. So her mother knows her better than anyone on this planet, and her mother is clearly saying she has a drug and alcohol problem. So there is a part of me that has a lot of empathy for Jaquila, okay? Sleeping on the streets, dealing with drugs and alcohol, but those reasons are the reason why she's getting Donkey of the Day. Number one, there is never a reason to do what she has done to her mother, okay? And number two is because of a word from the Bible, and that word is waste not, want not. And the thing that was wasted here was food. See, if you're sleeping on the street and you got a drug and alcohol addiction, the one thing you shouldn't waste is food. Food is one of the basic necessities for survival, along with clothing and shelter, okay? Those are signifying factors in determining a sustainable, healthy community. And if you're sleeping on the street and have a drug and alcohol addiction problem, you shouldn't be wasting food. Now, how did Jaquila Mobley waste food? She wasted food by doing to her mother what many a scorned woman has done to a man. Oh, we all have a story in our family of a woman who decided to weaponize some Quaker Instant, some Pearl Milling, some Bob's Red Mill, some Palmetto Farm, some Charleston Favorite Stone Ground. What I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is grits. All right, the number one breakfast food in the history of America. I'm from South Carolina, the Low Country, 843. Argue with your mother, but don't argue with her the way Jaquila did and end up throwing hot grits on her the way Lisa did Carlos, simply because Medea told her to. Jess, have you ever heard of anybody getting hot grits thrown on them in real life?
No, not in real life.
No, I have. You, Envy?
No.
Okay, I definitely have. This is egregious. Okay, hot grits on your skin is torture. All right, I understand why women do it to men. They get mad, they're upset, they're emotional. They might even be defending themselves in certain situations, but there's never a reason to put hot grits on your mother. Okay, grits goes with a lot of things. Shrimp, scrambled eggs, fried fish, but not your mother's skin. Now, we have the president of the Fat Lives Matter Committee. Where's he at?
He's walking in. It's going to take him some time.
Boom, 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 boom. Big Mac. Big Mac is here. Big Mac is here. Round of applause for Big Mac, man. Yeah. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
Big Mac to get in here.
Is the president of the Fat Lives Matter Committee. He finds this despicable. Mac, the floor is yours.
First off, shout out to all the people that sound like they breathing heavy, but they really sleep and snoring. Yeah, this is upsetting to me.
Okay.
First off, we all know our parents told us, number one thing, don't play in my kitchen.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Food is a love language. Mm-hmm. It brings people together.
That's true.
If you beefing with your girl or whatever, the first thing you text her is, you hungry? You want something to eat?
Yes.
And that fixes all the problems.
That is true. Or at least it gets you into a better place.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So how can you be in the kitchen and there's food cooking and you mad and you upset? I don't care what type of drugs or alcohol is being taken place. I know when I take drugs, that's when I'm the most hungry.
You want to eat.
Yeah.
So how can I be mad when this is going on? If I'm high and drunk, I'm waiting for that food.
Yes.
Do you know how upset I would be if I was in the bedroom and I smell grits, bacon, eggs, and I come down and somebody
you might
pick a
need to
fight
shower,
with me,
Mack.
and they listen, I was told that
Mack,
I
he
smell
just
like
said grits. He didn't say
before.
bacon and all that. He just said it was grits.
Right.
Took it too far.
He took it too far. Okay.
Made a whole meal.
But it's impossible to smell all that and then be in the same room knowing you are minutes away from that and then get into a fight.
Yeah.
And now you're not even just smelling like grits because if they throw it on you, you know it got the butter, the salt, the pepper on it, and a little bit of cheese depending on where you are.
Would you wipe it off or lick it off?
I mean, first off, again, waste not, want not. Is that
Yes.
I'm a lick it like
Jesus.
And you're going to probably lick some of your skin off, too.
Well, you know what I mean? It's just it's the body of Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's okay for you to lick a little skin paws. Everybody did on Valentine's Day yesterday.
You do not have a body of Christ.
I have multiple bodies of Christ. Jay said he embodies multiple people.
You are the whole. You are the holy.
multiple people.
You are the Holy Trinity.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
this is Florida too, so you know that's like you said. You from the South, so them grits, I know they were seasoned right.
That's right. That's right. So please give Jaquila Mobley the sweet sounds of the Hamiltones.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Maybe Tequila was half right, and her grits wasn't that good.
Oh, you want to play a game? Let's play a game of. Let's play a game of. Guess what race it is? All right, Jaquila Mobley of Florida threw hot grits on her mother because she was upset. Jess Hilarious, guess what race she is?
According to Tyler Perry, she's black.
Okay, DJ Envy. Jaquila Mobley got mad at her mother and threw hot grits on her, and she's from Florida. Guess what race she is?
Black.
Big Mack. Jaquila Mobley from Florida got mad at her mother and threw hot grits on her. Guess what race she is?
See, with the name like Tequila, I'm sure she's
Tequila. Everything ain't about food and drinks, Max.
I'm sure with a name like that, she's half blast, half Negro knees.
Damn. So it's just a clean sweep of blackness. Y'all just think Jaquila Mobley black, huh?
Yeah.
Well, all of y'all are wrong.
No.
Oh my God.
We don't believe you. Show me a picture.
Jaquila.
Show me a picture.
Serious?
Jaquila. There's no white Jaquila. There's no
not.
Asian Jaquila. There's no Latin Jaquila.
Okay. Hold on.
There's not. No. What is that?
What was that guy?
What is it?
That is nigga.
Oh my God.
There's a difference, y'all. Y'all know this.
That brother handsome.
No, that's black. She black. Jaquila's black.
I was gonna say, stop playing with us
she black.
right now.
She black.
Nah,
She definitely black. Damn.
And she drive a pickup truck.
Yeah, Jess was right. When you hear somebody get grits thrown on them, that is very Tyler Perry.
Absolutely.
That's one of the blackest things you can do. Okay.
All right.
It is.
But the whole review of like all of this, all these fat comments, I really, really do feel bad for Lizzo. Because for everything you just said, I do. Because everything you just said, this girl is in court for. And you came in here to shout out to all the people that breathe heavy, but you just sleep.
Yeah.
Like, and this girl her career is on the line for things like this.
Well, because it's people like the man to the right of me who body shame us.
I don't body shame nobody.
Every time.
I just make observations.
Nigga, before you walked in,
when I walked in, he said boom, 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 boom.
I was beatboxing.
Jiggle.
You make jiggle people walk.
I'm not gonna let you jiggle by yourself.
Every time I guest come in here, Mack, you make noise.
That's it.
You be hyping them up. Who was here yesterday? Said he want that. Somebody was here this week said I need Mack.
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike. That's right.
Because he part of the Fat Lives Matter too.
No, he not.
Nah,
yes,
he ain't. Nah.
Both of us look down. We don't know what shoes we wearing.
That is not true.
Oh,
Mike,
yo,
don't
he
do
did
Mike
come
like
in.
that.
No, Mike did stand up and say, I put on the wrong shoes
Yeah,
today.
I hate y'all. All right. Thank you for that donkey today. When we come back, it's time for Jess Fix My Mess. If you're having relationship problems or any type of a problem, you can call Jess right now, 800-585-1051. Once again, Jess Fix My Mess. It's all about relationship problems or issues. If you're having problems, well, Jess is going to fix it for you. So call her now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
X about me.
Relationship problems?
X about me.
You need to beat your coworker's ass.
X about me.
Your coworker need to beat your ass? Call it up. It's Dr. Jess, and I'm here to fix your mess. It's getting very much messy. Let me fix it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Jess Fix My Mess. We got Symantha on the line. Symantha, good morning.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
Hi, honey.
I'm feeling okay.
What's your question
Hi,
for Jess?
Jess. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So my question is this: like, I just kind of wanted some insight. You know, when you kind of got your own stuff figured out, but you still need like to make sure you're not bugging.
Yes.
So I've been married for 10 years now, together for 14. I'll be 34 in a few months, and I'm just feeling really unfulfilled in my marriage. Like, I feel myself growing. I feel my relationship remaining stagnant, but I have 3 kids.
Okay.
So I'm just like, should I stick it out for a little longer until my daughter's 18? I got 6 more years till she turns 18. And mind you, I forgot to add that he's a little cray-cray, so it's not that easy to leave anyways. Like, I tried before.
So you saying, Jesus. So you saying you feel stagnant in your marriage. You're 34. You said you're waiting for your brother to turn 18.
No, my daughter. She's 12. So I'm like, should I just stick it out like 6 more years and remain unhappy? But it's like,
in your
literally,
marriage?
Yes.
Because you're waiting for your baby to turn 18?
Because I'm like, I have that idea, like, I want to raise my kids all with him and stuff. So I'd rather be unhappy just so they could feel happy. But girl, like, when I say unhappy, like, literally unfulfilled in every aspect.
No.
So like, I'm literally turning over, like, okay, go ahead, hurry up, be done.
No. So if you got 6 more years until your baby turns 18, so that means your baby is 12 right now, your daughter. So what you do is you don't teach her to be unhappy at anyone's expense, even her children, if it comes to love. You get what I'm saying? You sit her down and you explain certain things to her. Is he he's a great father, I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, and he's actually oblivious as a husband. He don't think he's doing nothing wrong. Like,
okay, well, that's just differences. You get what I'm saying? But you can't remain unhappy and miserable. That causes like unhealthy mental, like in your mental, you're disrupting your peace. Like and that's what you need. You need that to even raise your kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because at this point, I feel like it's not my life. Like, I'm living my life for everybody else.
But that's where you go wrong, because that's the same mistake that my mom made and has admitted. You don't live your life for everyone else. You have to, and I know it kind of sounds crazy to say this, but you've been selfless for so long. It's okay to be a little selfish because you need to protect you. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, it's a way to do everything. If you do it the right way, which is just communication, then that will be better. You need to sit your kids down. First sit down with your husband. Tell him how unhappy you are. And y'all have to figure out a way to move amicably. That may not be like in his best interest, a divorce, counseling. Do you feel like counseling could happen? Or do you just want to leave it?
Yes, I tried a lot. I tried to leave, though, and he actually followed me to New York, like literally found me, had a spare key, stole my car, like tried to get every tactic to get me to come back. I came back, and still no changes. Like, so I have tried and put in the effort.
Okay, so this sounds
but he's a little
unhinged
bit,
now.
so I'm not even.
He stole your car?
Yes.
Jesus.
It's not even like such an easy process because that's the half of it, the kids part. But he is cray-cray too. He's not like so easy.
So now that's a bigger problem. You doing things like, so now you're saying he has attachment issues, obviously. I mean, he won't even let you breathe. He followed you to New York. I understand loving somebody, but he followed you to New York. He stole your car, all that. That's all an invasion. That's an invasion of privacy. I understand, like I said, being in love with all of that, but that's like dangerous. And that's, you're not protecting your peace. You actually like kind of sort of in danger of that. So yeah, you definitely honestly should sit down with your kids and have a conversation with them and just let them know sometimes it won't work. People won't stay together forever. Sometimes it does happen, but sometimes it don't. And don't wait 6 more years. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Just explain to your children. Keep an open line of communication with them. And that's it. But to effectively leave him, you gonna have to get some type of law involved with that. And I'm sorry to tell you that.
I know, and then I don't even.
That's just what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Gotta
sound
be very
stressed.
strategic.
So
I'm just so happy that my call got answered. Like, wow, you know how long I've been trying to.
No, absolutely. But I really want you to be serious about that, though. I want you to be serious about that. Put you first. Definitely your kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're very important, but you have to be in the right state of mind to even raise them right. And to show them what a healthy woman is outside of the healthy family, healthy tradition or what it is. No, a healthy woman. My mom was a healthy woman, and that's why we are the way we are. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want them to say those type of things.
Yeah, because it's like, even if you're right, they could clearly see the unhappiness. Even if everything is all together, we all together in the household. If I'm not happy, they definitely feel that.
Yeah. So you need a crisis hotline. I would like for you to do that. Nah, for real. This nigga stole your car. He like, no, you're never gonna leave me. If it sounds like it's on the verge of, if I can't have you, nobody will. So you need to get some help, get somebody else involved with that.
Crime Stoppers still got a number.
Okay.
Yeah, 1-800 Crime Stoppers.
1-800 Crime Stoppers.
I tried that in New York. Okay, we're married, so you know it's okay for him to steal my car, right?
Yeah. 988 Crisis Hotline. All that. You sound pretty much in danger. So do that.
All right. Well, y'all have a great day.
Thank you, honey. You too.
All right, Jess Fix My Mess. 800-585-1051. Caller now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Baby, it's the real deal. Help me. Help me.
Oh my God.
I'm all up in your mess. I'ma fix it. Fix it.
Fix my mess.
Fix it. Fix it. Just gon' fix your mess, cause my advice is real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Brooklyn on the line. Brooklyn, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, you sound so down.
What's wrong?
What's your question?
Jess, I need help.
What's wrong?
All right. So, pretty much, I've been dating this girl for 13 years, pretty much. Well, on and off 13 years. She was my side nigga, right? And, I finally decided to make her my main nigga. And for, 6 months, we've been girlfriends and put a title on it. And, literally, last week, she broke up with me. The reason why she broke up with me was because she said the closer that she's drawn to Jesus, she don't want to live this lifestyle anymore. And, I'm about to cry. She don't live this lifestyle anymore, and she, the closer she get to God, she just feel like, she want to be straight pretty much now.
And she don't want to be, well, you called her your side nigga. She don't want to be a side nigga or main nigga no more. She wants to be
a
woman of God.
But
basically.
she was good. She was very, very good at being a side nigga because every relationship that I was in, she was always there. You know what I'm saying? She was always there. She was perfect, but then she was like, since we're not dating other people no more, let's just go ahead and make it a thing. And I'm like, I don't know, you was really good at side nigga. But then I was like, all right, I do love you. I got something to say, whatever. So let's go ahead and put a title on it. And as soon as we do that, you want to sit up here talking about the closer you draw to Jesus, you want to go straight. So yesterday, I spent lonely, I got the donkey of the day for being the toxic, you know what I'm saying, yesterday. It's just,
oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man.
Stop laughing, Charlamagne.
Right. So, okay. So, what's funny about this? Actually, nothing's funny about this because you're actually about to cry. But what's interesting about this is that we have people that will criticize you for saying straight people turning gay, but it's the problem. You're seeming like you're making it a problem that she wants to go from gay to being straight. It's okay to turn back. You know what I mean? I mean, just because you still over there gay, don't mean that
See, no, I don't. This is the thing. I don't judge her for the person that she's becoming. You know, what I'm saying? I support her. I'm behind her 1,000%. My thing is, why you had to wait till you become mainstream with me to go ahead and want to go back?
But listen,
straight,
though,
if
babe,
that's what you want to do.
To be honest with you, you do sound a bit selfish. This girl was playing aside for a minute. You said not only for one situation, for a bunch of situations.
Yeah,
she
for
was for
a bunch of them. But that's what she wanted to do. She was comfortable there. I was her side too.
No, listen. You don't know what she wanted to do. She always wanted to be.
No, I do. I do know what. You're right. I mean, I'm lying.
Yeah, she always wanted to be.
That's what I'm saying.
She always wanted to be your main. She just waited her turn until she got to be your main. So if I got to play the side for however many situations, I'm gonna do that. That happens not even only in gay relationships.
But I was playing the side too, though. For 3 of them. I was playing the side too. I was even a cousin. You know what I'm saying? I was even a cousin too. When I came to see her. I was her cousin, and I slept in the guest room.
Yeah, so y'all both have played a lot of games to end up with each other, and what you see is that don't lead up to anything that lasts. You get what I'm saying? Now she's on her way to God. You still back here trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Trying to understand what happened. Like yesterday, Donkey of the Day was a deeper meaning to it though. It was you. What accountability are you taking for this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I felt that he was talking to my whole spirit. Like I felt it. Like in my real feelings.
So now you work on you. Don't worry about her. See, she already started obviously working on her. You get what I'm saying?
But
now,
she just texted me last night asking me, am I okay? But I asked her for my iPad and she didn't even text me back. She left me on red.
Well, she using
so
it.
I'm just confused.
She probably need it right now, but she asked you, are you okay? Because she's a good person and she actually care about you. She care about you. You need to do some work on yourself, honestly.
I do. You're right. That's
and
true.
I love that you are receiving that. You know what I mean? Because you still hurt, and it's okay. It's okay to be hurt. You don't got to act unbothered. You don't got to act like you're not. But you got to do work on yourself, boo. That's all. And that whether that puts you in a better position to date later, like that, or not, or don't date for a long time. Whether you turn to God, whatever it is for you, you need to figure out what feeds you. Love on yourself and honestly,
I am already to God, you know.
Yeah. But that's all. Just be alone for a little bit, and being alone does not mean you're lonely. Just be alone for a little bit. You get what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
No problem.
Have a good one, Brooklyn.
As a community, we don't talk enough about these savage ass studs, man. Like toxic studliness is a real thing. Don't you think so? Like they want to have all these conversations about toxic masculinity. Toxic studliness is a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
She mad because because God told that woman she got to change her diet. If she don't want to eat,
change her diet, man.
If she don't want to eat poom poom no more, let her go.
You know, it's just funny, like how somebody be like, "Oh, you can't tell that person not to be gay."
Yeah.
But now you telling her she can't be straight.
That's right.
Like
That's true.
not telling her she can't, but now she want to sit up there and she want to be straight. It can't go both ways.
That's right.
It can't happen the other way around, you know. So, but I think she got it. You know, she definitely sound like she needs to, because she's more defensive than anything because she hurt. So she just gotta work on herself.
All right. 800-585-1051. Now we got Jess with the Mess coming up. What we talking about?
Lord, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know right now.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Those stories was heavy.
Okay.
Them toxic studs will throw you off.
Yeah, they would.
I'm telling you, that toxic studliness, man.
No.
All y'all toxic studs go do some work on yourself.
Well, let's get to Jess with the Mess now.
News is real. Jess Hilarious, Jess Jess don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Jess With The Mess, news is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference.
You know what you want to talk about now?
I do. Before we get to Rachel, I think this needs immediate attention. So Vori threatens to kill girlfriend. Vori is an artist who was a dream chaser before this actually came out. His girlfriend alleged that he is abusive and released footage of him threatening to kill her.
Remove your camera from that. Move your phone from that camera. Jenny, I would literally get you killed. For real. I'm telling you. Okay.
So she said, he tries to paint her as a whore and a bad person when he's really the bad person. She also revealed that she has more footage. She said, stop playing in my face before I post the videos of you punching me in my face, spitting on me, threatening to kill me while I'm pregnant. I have all those videos. Show people who you really are. This man is a professional liar and a manipulator and a narcissist. And this is not even something, the footage was recorded by her, but this is from home cameras. So you can literally see, why would you do this? And you have home cameras in your house. She's not recording. She's like, these are cameras in their home. So that's kind of crazy. When Meek Mill came across the allegations, he announced that he is distancing himself from Vori. And he said, this guy is not a dream chaser. He has mental problems. We cut ties. We don't care about how your music sound. He's been ducking my calls for months, telling people I'm threatening him. I stopped a lot of people, dude. He is not a dream chaser. So that relationship is done.
And I'm sure that situation isn't just going to go to social media. It's going to go to authorities.
Absolutely.
100%.
And for people that don't know who Vori is, because he's not a popular artist for his own music, he's known to, he wrote for Meek Mill, of course. And when I mean wrote for, I mean he could have did hooks. Kanye West, Drake, Dirk, Bryson Tiller, Little Baby, Post Malone, Mariah Carey, and a host of others. So,
Yep. Rachel Dolezal fired after people find her OnlyFans. So, Rachel Dolezal is not Rachel Dolezal anymore. She changed her name to Nkechi Diallo.
Legend.
Allegedly, yeah, that's what
No,
they
I
say.
said legend.
Oh, I thought you said allegedly. yeah, legend. Yes. But just a little backstory. She's the NAACP Washington chapter president who got fired. She got fired for pretending to be black.
She's transracial.
Yes, transracial.
Yes,
Yep,
Jesus.
absolutely. She was an after-school instructor. She got paid $19 an hour, and she works with students from kindergarten up to 5th grade.
Wow.
She was hired, and this is crazy because her contract, she was hired last year in August, and the contract was only supposed to go up to May 2024. But she goes by different names, so people wouldn't know who she was. Obviously, she ain't making enough, and that's why she got the OnlyFans.
I'm with you, Jess.
Yeah, and
Free
she
Rachel.
teaches, yeah, she teaches in Arizona, and the media reached out to the school to say, hey, this is Rachel Dolezal.
Oh, they snitched on her.
Yeah, snitched on her, man. And then when they showed the school the footage, they said, oh yeah, well, she don't work here no more. So now, you know what I mean? Now she's fired from there, but she can't get fired from OnlyFans. So, and Catchy, keep doing your thing.
Pay the teachers more, and Rachel wouldn't have to do things like
Absolutely.
this. And every time I hear stories about Rachel Dolezal, she's doing something of real service.
Yep.
Whether it's working
What?
at the NAACP, whether it's being a teacher, whether it's reasonable prices to see the cheeks on OnlyFans, $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
I was looking at it in the paper this morning. $9.99 a month.
Well,
Rachel is always being a service, but people be hating on her. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. It's being reported that the school just learned about her OnlyFans account and she is no longer employed there. I'm so mad about that, though, because like you say, if they paid her more, then that would be, yeah. And then also another thing I was thinking about, it's elementary school. Those kids, and listen, whatever. If it was high school, okay, I get it. Because they're very aware of what OnlyFans is.
right?
Yeah, a student would have probably found it before the media contacted the school, but these are children.
So it's their parents that's looking up Rachel.
And this is Miss Dolezal, not Miss Diallo. You know what I'm saying?
And
So-
it's just people hating on her that
People hating.
are mad at her because she's transracial.
She's now transracial. Yeah,
That's right.
she's transracial.
She
man.
does things
Y'all
she
better
does
stop
not.
with that transracial
She
stuff.
is transracial.
There's no such thing as transracial.
She does things that she does not have to do. She
Oh,
does
it's no thing. There's no such thing as transracial, but it's such thing as transgender.
Hey, shut up! You shut up.
Is that
Hush,
what
hush,
it is?
hush, Jeff.
No, I'm saying, how can it be a
Hush,
transgender
Jeff
community
Hilarious.
but it ain't transracial?
Hush.
It's enough.
It's
Y'all better
enough.
let people
It's
be
enough.
black.
That's right. Let
That's
her be
right.
black.
She's white.
That's all we saying.
Let
Let
her
her be
be
what she
black.
want to be. If she want to identify as black, she can identify as
You
black.
can't pick and choose when you want to be black, man.
Man,
Don't want-
why can't you? Let
But
her be.
you can.
Okay.
All right, we better wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
You,
Go to
That is
commercial.
Jess With The Mess
And
for
her
the day
news is
now.
real,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Oh, boy. All right, let's get out of here. It's the People's Choice Mix up next. It's Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's Black History Month. What we doing?
Listen, man, salute to my guy BDot every day during Black History Month. He puts out a podcast called the I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either podcast. And today he's introducing you to one of history's unsung heroes, Mr. Robert Smalls.
On today's episode of I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either, I introduce you to one of my favorite characters in history. His name is Robert Smalls, or as I like to call him, Robbie Smalls. Cause when it came to freedom, my boy was ready to die. Like so many other enslaved people, Robert Smalls too was haunted with the idea that his family, his wife Hannah, their 4-year-old daughter Elizabeth, and their infant son Robert Jr. would one day be sold. And families once sold and separated usually never found their ways back to one another. The only way that Robert Smalls could ensure that his family stayed together was escape. But trying to escape by yourself was difficult. Add the task of a family and an infant, damn near impossible. So as darkness fell over the city of Charleston, South Carolina, in the early hours of May 13th, 1852, where docked stood the Planter, a Confederate steamer. But Robbie Smalls knew that in a few hours, his family would be free from slavery, or they would certainly see death. Their future depended solely on his plan. And his plan was simple. While the captain and his men were on land, sharing the beds with their wives, he would imitate the captain, jack the planter, and link up with the fleet of Union ships that was anchored right outside the Charleston harbor. It was just 10 miles south. Boy, that's as simple as getting Young Thug out of jail. So in the early hours of the morning, May 13th, 1862, Robbie Smalls ordered the steamer to leave. The crew raised 2 flags. The first was the official Confederate flag, known as the Stars and Bars. The other, South Carolina's blue and white flag. Both helped them maintain the cover that this was a Confederate ship. It was a Confederate guard 50 yards away. He just assumed that the officers were in command like usual and let them roll. Next stop, North Atlantic Wharf. Had to go pick up the family. Remember, they got to backtrack. No trouble approaching the pier there. Now we got to double back and get past Fort Sumter. Fort Sumter was super intimidating. This joint had 50-foot walls above the water. They approached Fort Sumter around 4:15 a.m. Terrified. The women and kids are crying, praying. Robbie Smalls had on Captain Reyes's straw hat, and he pulled the whistle cord. 2 long blows and a short one. That was the Confederate signal, and it was required to pass. The Confederate soldier yelled out to the planter, "Blow them Yankees to hell, or bring one of them in." And Robbie Smalls just stayed in character and replied, "Aye, aye." And he was allowed to pass. Now the crew got to rush and take these stupid Confederate flags down so the Union soldiers don't blow us out the water. You dig what I'm saying? And now we got to raise this white blanket so we can say we surrendering. Man, the joy when Robert Smalls and his family and friends' feet touched the floorboards of the Onward. The Onward was the Union ship, and they had realized in that moment they were free. Robert Smalls just stood in front of his family and friends and spoke triumphantly to the captain of the Onward. Good morning, sir. I brought you some of the old United States guns, sir. They was for Fort Sumter, sir. Robbie, can't you see how this story just hypnotized me? And I just love your confident demeanor. I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either.
All right, salute to BDot.
That's right, and make sure you subscribe to I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. And subscribe to Jess Hilarious, Carefully Reckless, on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network.
Don't be balling up paper while you giving me a shout out. Don't do that.
What you mean?
No, because everything goes into the mic. Don't be saying, "Oh, and subscribe to." Don't be doing that, please. You don't do that with nobody else.
All right. When we come back, positive note is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, you see, People Magazine just released a statement saying that Usher said he proposed to Chili back in the day, and that Chili told him no. And he said that their split broke his heart.
Ooh, maybe that's who Ruin is about.
Ruin?
The song.
That's on the new album?
On the new album. The one that I love. Maybe it's because you ruined me for everybody.
That was like 20 years ago, Usher and Chili, though, right?
But that's what he's saying. Maybe she's saying that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. She said no.
Aww.
Oh my God, no.
I'm sure she'll be releasing a statement about that.
All right, real quick, y'all. So, y'all know I turned 32 and I had a birthday party last year. I'm pregnant, but that don't mean I can't party. So, CIAA Takeover is in Baltimore. Shout out to my city. I'm going to do my big birthday bash there. And it will be March 2nd. It's going to be during the Pisces season. So, we doing that. The party is from 8 to 12. The tickets, for you to get tickets, the link will be in my bio today. It's going to be hosted by Dave Kauser, and it's going to be at the Baltimore Peninsula, y'all. That's 2455 House Street. So we on some classy stuff. All right, I can't be having no fights and no crazy stuff around this belly, y'all.
Don't act like y'all from Baltimore is what you said.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. So Crown the Queen party. That's the theme. Crown the Queen.
That's Saturday, right?
That is, Saturday, March 2nd from 8 to 12. Get your early bird tickets in my bio. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for the positive note. You got a positive note?
I do, man. The positive note is simply this. Nothing that's for you will require you to act out of character to get it. Always remember that. Absolutely nothing. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?